going to describe myself in 3 words. It'd be outgoing, love getting absolutely mortal, and just absolutely quality crack.
If I had to describe myself in 3 words, it would be confident, cheeky, spontaneous.
How is anyone fitting anything into that 5-minute window?
What's going on outside?
No one's really saying that are they? Like,
getting rowdy.
I got tags!
Welcome back to another installment of the JR podcast, Talks by the Day Bed, with my co-host, Richie or Swaggy P. How are you doing, mate?
Not too bad, Dally. How are you?
Mate, doing bloody fantastic as always. As always. Mate, another juicy few episodes swinging on by.
Juicy
Bloody
few
good to see.
episodes.
Very juicy.
Helps with the Ash Barty winning Wimbledon as well.
Oh, how good. Get around that. Party. I didn't say the party. Let's go, Ash. Yeah, so good. Beautiful stuff. Well, in this episode, we're going to be covering episodes 9 to 12 in the Love Island series. So if you're listening to this and you aren't up to those episodes, a little bit of a spoiler, but, you know, not really a little bit, pretty much a massive spoiler.
Huge spoiler.
So watch it and come back. And some of you might be listening and you might be up to like episode 13, 14. This could be old. However, you should still be interested in what we're saying and what our
Just so you can prove us wrong.
Oh, that's it. And laugh at us at the end of the season when your favourite 2 win and we aren't very happy about it. Which I'm sure we'll have our disagreements again in this this podcast, like we always do. But we'll be into the seat. It's pretty funny if, like, throughout the week we don't really chat about what our thoughts are. We pretty much keep it for this podcast just so we can get like a genuine reaction. So it's pretty funny when we're chatting on Messenger and oh god, nearly spoiling it for each other. But that's okay. That's okay. Well, let's just get stuck right into it. We're going to change it up a little bit this week rather than doing a episode breakdown, because I feel like, you know, the people who are watching would have already watched it before.
Yeah.
So we're not going to waste your time, bore your time with that. Instead, we're just going to go through about 3 or 4 of the most, what would you say?
Drama-filled moments.
Drama-filled moments of these episodes, remembering it's episodes 9 to 12. Our first one came from the very first episode of what we're doing. So episode number 9 was it episode 9 or episode 10?
I think it was 9.
9. It was 9. Yeah, it was 9. Towards the end of episode 9. This caught me off guard a little bit. This caught me off guard, to be fair. Was the Hugo fake incident.
So this came off a pretty infamous Love Island challenge, which I always look forward to, like guessing what your couples guess challenge kind of thing.
Beautiful. It always brings out a little bit of drama, or at least it's funny.
It's a simple but effective game to bring out drama. It's very efficient, hugely efficient. In this is the turning point of the Love Island season, because that's when drama comes in.
Without doubt. And first thing before we get into it, I can feel it starting to spice up a bit, mate. Like, this is starting to grow. I think it may have been a little bit of a slow burner. Like you're saying, the guys, you know, aren't as, like, we aren't attached to many guys. I feel like it's starting to turn a little bit. Slower than other seasons, but I'm starting to enjoy people's personalities and not so enjoy other people's personalities. So a little bit more goss.
All it took was 2 new girls to come up to bring Brad and Liam out of their shell.
It did, didn't it? It did. Facts. Anyway, what are your thoughts on the scenario, the fake scenario? So do you want to talk us through what happened?
So the background was alright. So it's the basic, like the married couple game where you guess what your partner says. And one of the questions was, what's your partner's biggest turn off? And so Chloe, who was partnered up with Hugo, said fakeness or fake. And then Hugo said fake personalities, fake people. And obviously, this being Love Island, almost majority, I think everyone but
Kaz
had fake stuff on, like lips and other plastic surgeries. Yeah.
I'll say it.
And that rubbed people the wrong way. rubbed two people the wrong way, from what I understood, from what I got from that episode.
Who were those two people, mate?
Well, I mean, who would you think, Danny?
Oh, it's a tough one, dude.
can
Like,
get-
I'm trying
you
to
can
think
guess one of them-
who has the most things done on them is probably.
You can guess. We can guess one of them from our title.
Oh, without a doubt. Which is obviously the Faye and the Furious, meaning Faye was definitely one of them for sure.
And the other one was Sharon. Now,
Shazza.
first of all, I want to apologize for my comments last episode where I said Faye and Sharon were up there as my favorites. They're at the bottom of the pile for me
Oh yes.
this episode. So it's like a running joke where everything I say turns horrible
Goes to
next
shit.
episode.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was
Facts.
just it is as bad as you guys imagine. Like the drama was just Faye and Sharon just brought it over the top. I get overreacted.
Without a doubt.
my-
like I
in my
really
opinion.
I really felt bad for Hugo in that scenario. Like I understand and I feel like he handled it quite well because he's a very emotional guy. And the way he reacted, you know he didn't mean it like that. Like
So
the thing that pissed me off the most. This is the thing that pissed me off the most, which I just don't understand why she took it there. Was when in her interview when Sharon said about people who get surgery because you know that you don't know what they're going through, and I'm like, that's fair enough. And then she said pretty much said about like transgender people and bi people, and I'm like, hold on a second. Hugo did not mean that by that. If that's what you think he meant, you are so out of the ballpark.
So I watch this show because I don't relate to any of these people. Like they're so far out of their reality that it's fun to watch this because I never come across these type of people ever. So for me, it's like it's a very terrible term to put it, but it's for me it's like going to a zoo, just watching people. Right. This is the only time in watching the show that I've actually empathized and felt for Hugo because like he just meant it as a joke. And I know I've done this so much time. Like I've just said a snarky comment where other people got offended, and he never meant it to be offensive at all.
No.
So I just felt I empathize with him so much. I don't know. I see the point of Sharon and Faye, but their reaction was just so over the top. All they had to do was just say, okay, let's have a chat. They didn't have to just blow it all up.
Literally, and speaking under their mouth and saying, "Oh, what a dickhead" and stuff when he's still there, like, fuck.
Then they know Hugo. Like Hugo, he obviously meant it as a joke or just a comment that he wasn't thinking. And,
No, well, that's it. And to be honest, that's his personal opinion. Obviously, yes, he doesn't know what the girls get surgery for, but in saying that, say if a girl got fake boobs just to have bigger boobs, not a insecurity thing, which a lot of people is insecure, but I mean, just so they can get bigger. Like, I wouldn't want that either. I would rather a person who's natural. But that's not saying that what they did was wrong. That's just a preference. A preference, people. It doesn't. I don't understand how that's offensive, especially if they're not even interested in him. So I'm like, why does his opinion about you matter that much when, like, you're not even into him, you're not close to him?
From their point of view, I can see it as in like, oh, it's the negative connotation that brings in with that, which I can see. But the overreaction to someone's personal opinion about who they do not like is like saying, oh, I don't want to date anyone that's over 6'3", because either you've had a bad experience or you just don't just like people who are too tall or something like that. You know, it's just it's a personal opinion in their relationship. Like, oh, I don't date blondes, so don't date brunettes. I hate people with brown eyes. Or not hate. I don't date.
I prefer someone else that doesn't have like. I prefer brown eyes. Well, that's not dissing everyone that doesn't have brown eyes.
Did you know that Hugo is disabled? He's got a physical disability.
Does he actually?
He's got a clubber's foot or something like that. Got something to do with a
I
foot.
did hear about this.
He's got a foot as well. So I'm like, oh, so he does know what they're talking about. But obviously,
of course. I think that's why he was so emotional too about it. Like, I think he understands what like after being at like talk back to him, he understands what they were getting at, and he's
Yeah.
like, "What the hell?" So I feel like after the next day, I felt like Faye, well, not really Faye, but Sharon
So
handled it quite well. Like went up to
Faye
him and like
didn't.
that's what I'm saying. Faye didn't, but Sharon did.
Yeah.
Shazza did. I felt like because he went back over and said like, you know,
But
they
even
had another
then,
chat and
yeah.
they talked it out a bit more rather than Sharon going like, "You don't understand, you don't know the
And then
struggles."
even when he said sorry, she was like, "Oh well, then?" And then when he said, "Oh, what else can you do?" She was like, "Well, there's nothing else you can do."
Yeah,
Well,
I was like, "Come on,
hey, that's a terrible way to go into a conversation about someone who has a different opinion.
literally."
Um, but yeah, I mean, Hugo had a pretty tough week. I
Yeah.
think.
Oh man, he had a really tough week, man. Like it
Yeah,
went from
this
that
debacle
to
and
the
the challenge.
the challenge, which is I really like that challenge as well. The challenge has been on
Dude,
point at the moment, I think.
have you watched the show Lana Judy? Oh no, you
Yeah, I
haven't.
have. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
you
I've
have.
seen
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
some of the jokes were like pretty good, and then
yeah. Bloody oath. But
and for him to not get picked,
it's
I honestly felt
devastating.
for him. Honestly felt for him.
But it's like it's not like I was trying to like find whose fault that is, but I can't really
It's
see like I wouldn't blame
yeah,
Chloe because she's shooting her shot.
yeah,
And then, but I wouldn't also blame either the last two girls because one, they're new,
yeah,
and they obviously want to show who they're interested in because they know at the end of the day, the guys are going to be the ones that's going to be coupling up with the girls, not the other way around because
yeah.
there's too many girls. So they can't
Also,
just like
yeah,
do that. But
it's
the only
just
thing I was like was with Brad, like with the what's the new girl's name again?
Lucinda.
Lucinda and Brad. I'm like, but you've got Brad around your finger. Like, you could have at least like just shown a bit of friendship, you know.
Yeah,
But I can see why she didn't. I'm not blaming her for not doing it, but
yeah.
I was like, ah, could have. You could have.
That was that. I mean, I even so from that, we'll segue into our next topic.
Straight into our next topic, mate.
Lucinda and Millie are two names that you probably haven't heard on this podcast before, because they are new.
New.
What a segue.
Yeah, you would have seen it if you're watching the last podcast. You would have seen them put up some snazzy photos
Yeah,
of them. But yep, they're brand new to the villa. They came in
I gotta tell
and
you, Lucinda. I don't know. When she first walked in, she looked so much like Miranda Kerr. Did you?
I didn't notice that, but that is a decent shout there, I think.
Yeah, but after that, like the next day is when she took makeup off and when
Yeah.
she on the pool and stuff. Then obviously it was a bit further from Miranda. But when she walked in, I was like, oh, she looks like
Miranda doing
Miranda Kerr. Yeah. What are your thoughts on them?
I like them. Like that, I feel like they're in the same levels pretty much what all the girls were in when they were there for the first day or two. Like they're in them. I don't like overly like one of them or overly
Yeah,
not like one of them. They're sort of like they haven't made
bang
much
in the middle.
drama.
Yeah,
They haven't like they seem nice. Both of them seem nice. They seem a
yeah,
bit clicky,
they're
but like there's nothing wrong with that.
yeah, because I mean, because they probably were in the same hotel room together as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. They came in
Because they
together.
probably
Of course, you
allocated a day.
and I'm somewhat happy. I'm happy for Chloe that she's found someone like a group of friends because I really
Yes,
felt like she sort of was not ganged
the
up on. We
outsider.
can talk about that in a second, but like she just didn't feel like she belonged in that other group. So
Yeah,
I'm
she
sort of
because
happy for her.
the other four were first day OGs. They were from the first day,
Yeah,
and
exactly. And she came in on her
obviously,
own.
yeah,
So it's like
yeah,
I feel like she always felt like she was an outer, but now she has
yeah,
those two girls as well. So I'm sort of happier for her.
yeah. Also, two blondes. Oh no, one blonde and one almost blonde slash.
Yeah, they're sort
Both
of turning some heads at the beginning there, weren't they?
huge turning of heads
All of
from a
them were
couple
going.
boys.
That's it. Like
Not couple. All of them. Yeah, all of them. Even
all of them
Jake.
were interested. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, but the most interested was if you had the odds for all the available girls to be who's the most that's going to be very excited. I'd give it like sports bet giving like $1.05 for Brad. I would have had Brad at like
Man, every
$1.05.
time a girl walks in, Oh my god.
He's like, oh
She's
my
my
gosh,
type. Oh my god. Oh my
dark
god.
eyes, dark features.
Dark eyes,
Whoa,
dark features.
what's happening here?
Hold on, dark hair, but not dark eyes. But it doesn't matter. Whoa!
No, 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 no. Anything that walks is a creature.
Anything with legs.
Yeah.
Oh god, that guy cracks me up. I'll tell you what.
Yeah. So all the boys started jumping up. So this is when a text came in. This is a classic Love Island shenanigans. You know, you take the girls out of the villa for brunch. They get excited, and two new girls comes in, and they just crack on. I guess. I feel like that's a better way to introduce someone. I think because
Oh,
then they
without a
get
doubt.
freedom of
Less
moving around the villa.
pressure for yeah, that's it. You get to like come in, at least put your shit away somewhere. Less
Yeah.
pressure to talk to the guys, get to where their heads are at for like at least like half an hour. You know?
Yeah.
And then have the girls come
Um,
into you where they have to like introduce themselves because they're like you're there and they're coming in. I don't know, I thought it was a really good move.
It's
But
good. It was a good entrance, all that, and then like you can like all the boys were uninterested, and they were just spending out the whole day. And flash cut to the girls talking about their days, and you can hear Liberty and Kaz saying, "Ooh, kind of digging where I'm at right now, only with how they're in their partnership."
yep.
And flash cut. There's one scene where Liberty and Kaz are talking, and flash cut straight to Toby and Jake just talking to the two new girls in a flirty way. And
Yeah.
I'm like, nice editing, good job.
Really good. There was
Um,
some really good editing throughout this, I'll tell you what.
Yeah. So and then they get a text message during the. I got a text come through for them to do the classic. This was a staple from Love Island. Hey, the two new
Yeah.
girls come and just pick three boys for a dinner.
That's it.
Last year, 2 years ago, it was Maura and Elma.
Mhm.
Maura was the girl. Elma was just some random person.
Yeah, I don't even remember it, to be honest.
So this one was, I think, you might have them in your notes, Daddy, but I can't quite remember.
Mhm.
I think
I got it.
you can speak now.
Okay.
What did they bring on the date?
Thanks, mate. Cheers. Anyway, yeah. So they had a entree, main, and dessert. So Millie, picked
Yeah.
Aaron for her entree, Liam for her main, and Hugo for dessert. Meanwhile, Lucinda picked Brad for her entree, Hugo for the main, and Aaron for dessert. So both of them picked Hugo, and both of them picked Aaron.
Aaron.
Funnily enough, the most interested they were, Millie was most interested in Liam,
Liam.
and Lucinda was most interested in Brad. So they both missed out.
So, first of all, the food was much better than what the boys in 2 seasons ago cooked up.
Literally,
Like,
way better.
I remember
Like
Tommy
Brad
just
can actually
bringing-
cook.
I think Tommy was one of the boys that Maura was cracking on, and then he bought him like a toast and some jam. Like this, they actually cooked. So I'm like, oh, okay,
Oh god. Yeah, no,
Um,
that was really good. I'll do like a really quick sum up of that. I did like a little notes on each person and how like in the instance of how well I thought that date went. Aaron with Millie for entree, I said it seemed like actually a really good date. Aaron and Millie seemed to get along really well. Then
Aaron's
Liam, I said,
Aaron's so
oh,
cool and confident.
I love
dude.
Aaron, dude. Holy shit,
wish-
he has gone the full 180 for me in this.
That's the only person I can bank on my first impression being
Well done, mate.
spot on.
Well done, dude.
Got it.
Well done.
Dude,
that guy. Have my kids. Anyway, we can talk kids. We'll talk about that soon. Liam, I said extremely flirty, and he seems to be the leader for her. That's what I wrote in the moment. And then dessert with Hugo seemed like a chill date, but nothing that special between them. And then when it came to Lucinda with Brad for the entree, I said he is head over heels for her, but so he seems to be with nearly every girl. So she seems like she is the most interested in him. For Hugo for the main, another good date for the beautiful man, and she seems to dig the matureness and kindness of him. And then dessert was Aaron. He is extremely interested in her. Never seen him act like this around a girl yet. This is before anything happened, by the way.
Yep.
Anything. Yep. He just seemed very, very open and chatty, and I don't know. It's not like it came out of his shell, but I was very, very intrigued. He was very much swept off his feet with Lucinda, wasn't
Yeah,
And,
I mean, Aaron's known for his cool and calmness, but I think he managed to still portray that, but while still towing the line of just being interested. Which
Yeah.
that's what you've never seen. You obviously just lay it back and just relax. But this time, he's
That's
still
it.
laid back, cool, but he still tipped the line of flirtatious, which we haven't seen before yet.
No, that's it. And one thing led to another, and due to the fact the way that Shaz handled herself the night before with the whole Hugo incident
To the
and not
fallout,
really
yeah.
wanting to have kids, etc., Aaron decided to split it off with Sharon.
So, for me, the quote of that episode, or just the Aaron Hugo sugar thing, is Aaron was saying, "I don't want to continue this," and Sharon just tried to nudge him in the thing of
Hmm.
you didn't or you don't, and then Aaron just flat out say don't.
Don't.
I was like,
Yeah. I was like,
good.
bang. My quote from that, I've written a quote as well, was after they had the fallout and they split things off, Aaron was like, I think she took that really well. And then it pans to Shaz and she's like, well, that was a cop out.
Well, I mean,
Oh, see, this is the thing. With Sharon, I really liked her because she was honest. But
yeah,
throughout these episodes, and so with another couple girls, which we'll mention in a second as well when we move on to our last little topic line, they talk to your face like they're fine, and then they go and bitch about you behind your back when
So-
they could have just said half this to you. That's the only thing that Faye, I give respect to her for, because she'll say whatever the hell she will to
Yeah.
your face, rather than going, oh no, everything's fine, and then walks off and then talks crap behind your
So
back.
with people like Sharon, and I'm assuming the other girl you're going to talk about is Cats, but
Correct.
them, it's the fact of them not wanting to show the other's weakness, I guess, of just showing the emotion, which obviously is like they're built like that from private life. But when you're in the
Yeah.
public, when you're in a reality TV show, they
Yeah.
expect you to, or else they come off as two-faced. Like for me, if it was me in that situation, which I don't think I've ever been, or I don't think I've ever been in that situation, where a guy like Aaron is going to dump me, but I'd also not want to show weakness, and I'd just go and talk shit about it with my friends behind the back. But
Yeah.
because
That-
it's a reality TV show,
That's
it
it.
comes off as really catty
It
and
does.
and obviously takes now. At the end of the Lawan is where you just try and make connections with people and just people you'd like to spend time with,
Yeah.
and that whole thing by Sharon just made it seem like she just was the worst or one of the worst people.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it seems like they both Aaron and Sharon took two different parts of the conversation and just made it their own story,
Mm-hmm.
I guess. But yeah. So Aaron and Sharon, for the moment, or at the time of that episode, are
Done.
not together,
Done. No.
but they do kind of rekindle, I guess. I don't
What
know.
was that? The most recent episode. I literally, like when they went to bed and they were cuddled
Yeah.
up together, I was like, what the hell is this? What is he like? What are they doing? Now, in my eyes, which obviously we didn't know what happened before that, she was cuddled up to him.
Mhm.
He was lying on his back and she was on his chest. Now, obviously, I know that, things happen before that and he could have pulled her in and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But to me, on my eyes, she's going there with him. But
Yeah.
that sort of went against what she said the next morning, where she's like, I'm getting mixed vibes from him, which I can understand because obviously,
Mhm.
if he's allowed for that to happen, that is definitely mixed vibes. Like, yeah, it's very unusual with those two because I feel like I'm worried now. He knows that he's not going to get either one of the girls, so he's sort of like
Yeah.
trying to
Which is fair. I
mend
mean,
a
it's
little
a
bit with.
friendship. Yeah.
It is fair. It is fair, but at the same time, he doesn't want to come across like, oh, I haven't got back any of them. Okay, I'll come back to you then.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
think he needs to avoid that, but he is trying to save his ass a little bit, I would say.
yeah.
But
Also, one thing I didn't like about Shaz was she didn't talk to Lucinda. Was it Lucinda or Amelia? I can't remember which one at all through the entire first
Yeah,
day.
Lucinda, I think.
Yeah, she was the only one who didn't talk to that new girl.
Yeah,
Because Aaron might have mentioned that Lucinda was interested, or
yeah.
he was interested in
He was
Lucinda, or
interested.
vice versa. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that seems a bit like, you're not, first of all, Sharon, you're trying so hard to be Amber. You're not going to be Amber ever.
No.
Right? Just back off for a minute. But then again, that whole, ever since that whole Hugo fallout, I think it's going to be very hard for Sharon to come back full circle in my books, I believe.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. So same with me, to be honest. Like she's done a few things where I've gone fair enough, and then she's done other things where
Yeah.
I've gone that's not right.
I think Faye has a better chance of coming around than Sharon.
I agree as well, even though I've had Sharon above Faye pretty much the entirety of the
Yeah.
time. So, but I completely agree. However, it sort of goes past this. We'll move on to the Toby situation now. Now we've covered Aaron. Seems to be most of the guys in this house. Well, not even just guys. It seems to be just relationships, couples. Flippy floppy around, aren't they?
Yeah.
But I think it's because a lot of them settled at the beginning.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't their type. They just went, she seems nice. Let's get to know her, and they've sort of kicked it off. But it's been a little bit slower than usual. Now with Toby's case, he is partnered up with Kaz. Now, at a challenge, the challenge of get to know your partner, one of the questions...
Sorry, yeah, go
One of the
ahead.
questions was, if you weren't partnered up with your person in your couple, who would you be partnered up with, or who would you want to be partnered up with? And every single guy said Chloe. Whoa, God, that makes you feel good. And weirdly enough, Chloe was in the couple with a friend of Hugo.
Okay, so if you guys go back to my first episode, the second episode, I said I don't like Chloe. So at this point, right, to me, even after the new girls came in, to me, Chloe was the most attractive person after watching her move through in the episodes. I thought she was best looking by far.
She's my type, like out of the all of them, for sure.
Yeah. So in that challenge, they're up Chloe, and I was like, fair enough. Good job. Good job,
That's what I
Chloe.
thought
Ready to
too.
play the game.
Well
And then after that episode finished, Chloe, because she's in like a platonic, like a friendship couple with Hugo.
Hugo, yeah.
And then they made it very clear about that. And Chloe does the smart thing, or what seems to be the smart thing. For me, this is why it seems. Right? She does a smart thing, and she is, there's more girls than Will.
Yep.
If I need to stay here, I'll have to do some moving around, or just try and make a play at someone, or just be a bit more aggressive.
Definitely.
She goes and chats the first person she thinks is attractive. I mean, to be fair, she could have gone at anyone, I thought, but she decided to go with Toby and just say, are you intrigued in me, or some random weird conversation they had.
The thing is, the thing is she said on camera that he was mostly, like, out of all the guys, he was most her type on paper.
Yeah.
And I feel like the reason why she didn't go early was she saw the thing with Kaz. She thought, okay, you know what, I'm going to find another guy, it's fine. She gets to a point where she is, like you said, she realizes now there's two more girls in. She realizes there's two more girls than guys, meaning, yes, there will be elimination, most likely for a girl to go home. And she's gone, I'm on a damn reality TV show. I'm not coming in here to have a friend. And everyone has written down my name as being somewhat interested. Like, I'm not at the bottom of the queue. I'm second, at least, for every single person here. So she had to shoot her shot. She had to. Without a doubt. And then, like you said, then they had the conversation. Are you intrigued in me? I am intrigued in you, said Toby.
I want to play games with you. Yeah, let's play games.
Very weird flirting to me. That was a really strange conversation. Man, but it was them.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how bad your form is. If it goes in, it goes in.
That's it, mate. That's it.
3 points is 3 points. Yeah.
That's it. So they had a little chat that night, and she seemed quite interested, like not quite, very interested. And so the next day was that the line of booty challenge, and for her, there was it was her go, and she walked straight over to the jail cell and
Yeah,
picked
one of you
out
boys.
after Kaz and already them all done their one on him,
Yeah.
and on the other guys. Yeah, g'day boys. Someone's been naughty, and chose to do a little challenge
Yeah.
with your boy Toby. Now, this is where I knew it was gonna get real gossy, because I was like, yes, I saw it on the preview. I was like, let's go. After the whole little challenge is done, you can choose if you want to kiss them or not. You can kiss them. You can let them go. You can kiss them on the damn foot if you wanted to. That's what Kaz said anyway. And she ends up kissing him on the lips with a little bit of a little mini makeout sesh.
Yeah.
Now Kaz is not very happy. Now, what comes from that, I understand. Like, it was weird because I understood where Kaz was coming from, but I also understood what Chloe was coming from. Like,
Yeah,
I literally got both sides.
So this become the triangle for the people watching. If you can't count,
Yeah, it's more of
becomes
like an angle rather than triangle. You know?
Yeah, Toby, Chloe, and Kaz.
Yeah.
Now going back to you can kiss him on the foot, kiss him on the shoulder, kiss him on the leg comment.
Yeah.
Chloe, after all this, went and had a chat with Toby, and she said that conversation back to Toby. But then Toby said, if you had done that, I wouldn't have known if you were interested. Which is, to his point, I would have said yes.
Mm-hmm.
If they gave me a peck on the shoulder, I would have been like, well, why didn't you go with Hugo then if you're going to do that to me?
Yeah, exactly. They'd be so confusing to me. I'd be like, well, what the hell was that?
Okay, so triangle becomes, so it's similar, but not very same. It's similar to the triangle they had 2 years ago as well. I'm going to shout some names at you, Dali, and I'm pretty sure you'll remember them as well.
I'm going to know exactly who you're talking about.
Danny, Yuande, and Arabella.
Yeah.
Is that what you were thinking?
No, but that's a good one too. I was thinking of Tommy, Molly May, and the blonde one, Lucy. That was the one I was thinking of. But yes, no, yours is probably more suitable, I'd say.
Okay, so because it comes to the point because for us viewing, it seemed like or for me personally, it seemed like a one-way attraction that Toby was reluctant to go into. Seemed like Kaz was really open about the feelings, and she opened herself out. She was like, all right, the ball's in your court. If you want to go slow, let's go slow. And Toby said, yeah, let's take it slow. And then they did take it slow. They kissed, and then they felt it was on a good path to go through.
Yeah.
And then that's when Chloe comes in a couple of sentences, and he's already attracted to Chloe, and then they make it within 24 hours of them having the initial conversation. So that's where I get where Kaz is coming from. I kind of feel bad. So this is a really tough situation for me right now, Dali, personally. Yeah. Because I like Toby, I really like Kaz, and I really like Chloe.
Yeah, that's exactly where I'm at as well. I'm like, I don't know what I want to happen here. I'm so confused.
Usually there's one person I detest in one or hate in one of these triangles. But this one's a unique one. I'm like, I love all these people. I don't know whose side to select on. So I'm gonna try and do a perfect job of sitting right in the middle of the triangle and not take anyone's side.
Yeah, well, I tried to do that, but I quickly took someone's side. And I don't know why. And I was talking to the missus as well about this, and we both like this other person, but I don't know why. I just want this other person to end up with Toby, and that other person for me.
Wait, before you say,
Okay.
On my fence, I'm also leaning towards someone, but I don't want to dive straight in case they prove me wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say it on 3. Who we want to end up with Toby, or who you feel bad for, basically.
Who do I feel bad for?
No, okay, fine. Who do you think?
Do we want to end up with Toby in the end?
No, that's not the question. I just feel like, for me, I think Toby and Chloe are more suited together.
I completely agree.
I think Kaz is in the right. Or not Kaz is in the right. I think Kaz's arguments are valid, and I don't see anything wrong coming out of it. Because she said, like, she was very open. She said she made her feelings clear, and Toby, not for once did he say no, no to her. He was fully like, yeah, okay, I'm into it. Let's get into it, but let's get into it slowly. All right. So that gave the trust for Kaz to say, all right, this is going somewhere. It's going somewhere. So I'm just gonna keep at it.
Yep.
Because he never said, no, hang on. This is going way too far. Never to her face. He might have said it to the boys, but he didn't say it to her face. This is going way too fast for me. Let's slow down. He never said that. So Kaz has no idea, no clue in her mind that Toby has all these other feelings in his mind. So far with me?
Yep, I completely agree.
And what Kaz does say is true. That was a bit of a snake act, don't you think? Like obviously not in Love Island, but in like a real lifetime, that was kind of a snake act.
You know what? I've talked exactly the same as this, mate. Yes, if this was a real life situation, this would without a doubt be a snake move. No doubt about it, dude.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you've got to remember it is a TV show. And I do not feel, if I was in her shoes, in not her, when I say her, I mean Chloe, and she realized and had that ding realization of where she's at and what she has to do, I would have done the exact same thing.
But she could have gone and talked to Kaz first.
What
That's
would
the
she
only thing
say?
I'm
gonna hit on your boyfriend. I'm gonna snog on with him.
No,
There's no
just
way
say.
she could say. I think she handled that as best as what she could.
I think Kaz would have taken it a lot better if she had said, "Hey, Kaz, let's go for a chat." Just looking at the surroundings and all the girls coming in. Toby's my type to a T. I'm just gonna go chat with him. I hope that's okay. If you're gonna say no, I don't care. I'm still gonna take it, but I thought I'd let you know, and then just go talk that way. Okay. That I feel like that would have like made this fallout a bit smaller.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But
I just think it's hard to say that, dude, in that scenario. Like,
yeah,
I don't think, and after that whole thing happened, and Kaz and Chloe had that first chat where she pretty much Kaz confronted her, and Chloe just, I literally wrote down like Chloe was panicking and pretty much like stuffed it all up with her words.
Yeah,
I said like Chloe was trying to play the good guy and saying that it's just a challenge, but Kaz was having none of it. And I said, but to be honest, 9 out of 10 people in that scenario would have done the same thing. Like, as in, reacted that way, like, scared of her reaction and doesn't want to cause a scene. Like, the way she was saying, yeah, but it's just a challenge, like, don't worry about it, that kind of stuff, rather than saying, yeah, I'm interested in him, I'm going to go for him. Like, no one would have done that in scenario. No one.
You would think that this triangle was the thing that made me the most mad in the entire episode, but it was comments from a completely random person who was not even close to this triangle. It's just like she's like a kilometer away from this triangle, and she jumps into this and goes and yells out.
Hold on, we need to woo down. We need to woo down a little bit. The thing that leads up to that, mate. The thing that leads up to that. When they're having a chat on the day bed, it is like just like us, mate. But at the actual villa. There's Chloe, the 2 new girls, and Rachel. And Chloe's pretty much saying like, just said like, yeah, I'm quite interested in him, and I want to see where things go. And Rachel gets up and says, I'm gonna act like I didn't hear anything. And she walks straight on off, walks straight over to Faye, sits down, and says, Don't say anything, don't act weird. I'll tell you in a second, don't act weird. And then Faye goes, oh. So of course, and then Chloe looks over and says, she just walked over and told her everything. Obviously, you're going to assume that. And Faye assumed that as well. She didn't even need to say anything. I think from Rachel, that is the biggest dog move so far. I think that tops anything that Chloe did. That is so dog, it is ridiculous.
Let's back up for a minute. So dog.
I don't care if they're friends with them. You don't go over and just like That's like a snitch, dude. You are a snitch.
I feel so sorry for Rachel.
You know,
feel
you're
so
6'9", mate.
sorry for her.
She's 6'9".
No, not
She's a
that. I just
snitch.
feel like the entire
Oh, the scenario.
couple
Yes,
episodes
I feel yes, because of the whole Brad
because
situation. Completely agree.
she couples up with Brad, who said nothing but good things, and as soon as someone else walked, just the next day, just completely hangs her up to dry.
Yep.
And then the only people that she trusts in this villa are Faye and Kaz, basically. So when she starts to hear stuff about one of the only people who's backed her up in a situation, say, I'm going to do something that affects her, she has to do right by her friend or her partner, her only person to trust, and go say that to him. Like if I was in that position, I had to be a snitch. I would have. I'd like to think I wouldn't have told anything, but I'm pretty sure I would have gone up and told. I would have told Kaz as well. Like I would have. I'm not gonna
Straight
lie.
away, like instantly, just went. I'm gonna okay,
Not
didn't hear that and
instantly.
walk straight. Well, that's what she did, dude. She
Not
walked
instantly.
straight over to Faye.
Yeah.
Whilst Chloe was looking at her, going, "You're kidding me, right? She's not gonna go straight over there and tell Faye." Like, yes, obviously, I would tell my friend that's looked after me, but you're gotta be stupid to go straight over to someone. She just walked off and talked to someone else. Like, oh my god. I just
Then
I thought that was so dumb. I was like, that's not being a friend. You're literally being a snitch. You're causing drama. But yeah, sorry.
the exact same
Now
thing.
we're up to the part where where someone gets involved where they shouldn't have, which is obviously Faye. And
And the Furious. That's where the Furious
Faye and
comes
the
in.
Furious. This is where it comes in.
Oh, I've never heard. I've like that was on part. I thought there was going to be a lot more like a bit more agitation to it, but I
I'll
think
wait
because
on it.
Chloe isn't that confrontational,
Mm.
it didn't go that far. Because I think a couple of years ago, after the peak episode was when a girl was said, "Wind your fucking neck in." That was like one of the goat terms.
Yeah.
But this, it didn't get to that level. It just get to George Faye saying, "Shut up," and Chloe saying, "Stop
Heard
talking
my
about
name.
me."
Stop talking
Stop
about me.
talking.
Heard my name. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, that's poor from Faye. That's poor from Faye.
I really do. I think I actually thought after that moment, I thought you were going to take Faye's side. I really thought you were going to. I wrote down in my notes, I am completely on Chloe's side. Rachel left and immediately bitched to them behind her back, and Chloe just looked at Faye and said, and didn't even say anything. She just sighed, and Faye went off her head. And I said, "There's a difference
But
between," because I thought you were going to say Faye's just being a good friend. I thought that's what you were going to say, so I wrote down, "There's a
so
difference between being a good
no,
friend and being a
it's
complete
the thing
bitch."
is, who is she being a good friend to?
She's been a good friend to Rachel, who just came over and snitched, and being a good friend to Kaz as well, because it's
But
Kaz's.
the thing is, this whole conversation doesn't relate to her because she got mad at the fact that Chloe was saying, "Oh God,"
Yeah,
in the background. So there's no relationship between her and Chloe
no,
to get that mad.
no,
Right? She could have been saying something else, but she pulled from Faith. She was right about assuming that Chloe thought Chloe was talking something about them.
yeah,
But she shouldn't have assumed that she was saying those "oh God" things in relation to Chloe, in relation to Faye and Rachel talking.
yeah.
It's poor from Faye. Poor form,
Poor form,
terrible form.
disgusting,
But
disgusting.
she's she, she she's always just in my mind, just juggling about. Because I'm like, do I hate Faye? Do I not hate
That's the
Faye? Do I
same with
hate Faye?
me.
Do I not hate Faye?
I don't understand. She's like funny and nice, and then an absolute bitch, and then speaks her mind, and I'm like, yes, Faye, get it, girl. And then next thing, I'm like, no, Faye, don't get it, girl. Like, yeah, I don't know
Like
how to
she does
feel.
something bad, and then right after that, she does something so awesome, and I'm like,
What? Yeah,
Faye,
literally, she blows my
pick a
mind
side,
away.
man. Pick a side.
Literally, I don't want to like you, but I sometimes do. It's so annoying. Yeah, and straight
Yeah,
after that, Toby pretty much calls it quits with Kaz,
yeah.
and then straight after that,
Goes and makes out.
Chloe and Toby talk on the on the balcony, and they have a little. bit of a kiss,
Yeah.
which I thought was like. I know people are going to say, "Oh, it's too soon." Like you just split up with him. Obviously, you didn't care about Kaz and all. I'm like, come on.
But that's the difference, though. That's the
That
difference
literally,
between.
I think that's the difference between. I think he has like a sexual attraction to Chloe more
To
than what he
Chloe.
had for
I
Kaz.
don't I don't think Chloe has for Toby. I don't think. I think she was just playing a bit of a situation. I am
You
known
don't
for my
think
prediction.
that Chloe doesn't find any sexual attraction to
She
Toby?
could, but look, my prediction rate has been terrible. But
I think they're
that
pretty good together.
I believe that it's gonna be a game for I think when someone else walks in. Not instantly. She's not gonna do a Brad,
Hmm,
but in the future
Brad,
she's gonna
another
come in and
guy. All
just.
right, interesting,
I think
interesting,
so as well.
interesting. Well, that's pretty much what happened. The next episode, Faye apologizes to
Yeah.
Chloe, and they make up, and Toby chats to Kaz, and pretty much it leaves very awkwardly.
To be honest, like
Where
I respect Kaz so much for the way she handled every conversation she's done.
I
Like,
I disagree. I disagree. I
fact.
mostly agree. No, sorry, I mostly agree. This is why. I think that's probably why I liked Kaz. She was my top tier until the last 2 episodes. She was my favorite person out of all the girls. Mainly because the way she handled herself, the way she chatted, the way she bantered, I was like, yes, top lass. That last conversation we had with Toby, I don't think that's a great way to
Because
leave it. Toby said, let's just have everything out on the table right now. Is there anything you would like to say to me?
the thing is, she
There's obviously something she wants to say, man. Like, she can't just say, no, I'm fine. Like, yep, we're all good. He's like, are we all good then? Like, as in, there's no way we're all good, but I'm going to
I
ask the
can't
question
remember.
anyway.
I can't remember if she did say anything else to the guys afterwards. I can't remember
She
about that.
she went straight over to the girls and told them all about it. And how she's
Yeah,
like,
but
yep, Emma, I'm the new single girl, and
yeah, that's
he's
fine.
he's
That's
gonna
fine.
take it up with Thing, and like, and then all the girls are like, oh, what a dick, and she's like, yeah, I don't like. She's pretty much bitched about it. I'm like, why don't you just say this to him?
But
Like,
what
say
would
he
you?
asked for it. Yes, he
I
literally
wouldn't.
asked. I wouldn't have said anything until he said, "Now, is there anything you'd like to say to me?" Like, 'cause I feel like you want to say something to
No, but
me.
then
I feel like you
it
need to
feels
say
like
something to me.
this feels like it's a real like goat move of guilting someone else, and I think Kaz deserves to guilt Toby a bit. I really do believe it because Kaz is very open. She did everything the way Toby asked it, but for Toby to just instantly just say, I'm just leaving, or I'm pursuing other opportunities. I think Kaz deserves to get a bit of leeway to just guilt Toby a bit, and I'm perfectly happy with
Fair
that.
enough.
So that's why I'm
Fair
like
enough.
like all of the conversation. I'm like Kaz, respect, go.
Yeah, I know. I agreed.
Um,
Bar that
so
last one for me. But anyway,
before we continue, before we follow through about our next segment, which is a fan favorite.
of course.
Um, let's go through our rankings of our couples for 12 episodes in.
Yep. Our rankings, or do you want to do couples predictions? Because next episode we'll be recoupling.
So let's do rankings first, and let's do couples afterwards.
Okay. All right. Let's quickly go through that then. Who was
Okay,
your bottom
boys.
ranked couple?
No, let's do people first, and then couples later.
Right. Okay. Right.
Okay. So
Do you want to go
top
least
boy.
favorite to top or top to bottom? What do you feel?
I'm just gonna yeah, top boy Aaron. Agree.
Uh, yes, I'll agree. I can do that. It's two people tying for me, but I'll say
Second
Aaron.
top.
Yep.
Second top is Toby.
Yep. Good. I
Toby Aaron.
agree.
Yeah.
Yep.
Third's a bit of a Jakey.
I agree. Even though he's also someone that I'm got like it's the same as Faye, where I hate him and I love him at the same time. I don't know what to think.
And then fourth, fifth, Liam Brad in that order.
Liam Brad, yeah, Liam Brad, exactly right. Liam's still
Um,
so boring to me, but anyway.
yeah, he's a lot better these couple episodes because
He has been, but he's
yeah.
literally he's flirting so hard and it's a little bit cringe to me. But anyway, do you shoot me straight?
Um,
You do your thing.
For the girls, I'm gonna take Lucinda and Millie out of it because
Yeah, we don't
I,
know
I
them.
can't I can't form an opinion on them.
I agree. Completely agree.
Worst for me, Sharon. Moving up, second worst was Faye, then Lib, Kaz, Chloe.
I
No,
would flip.
I'm gonna swap. Chloe, Kaz.
Still got Kaz at the top.
Kaz at the top. Yeah.
You've got Kaz at the top. Oh my
Yeah.
fucking god. I would have the same bottom two as you
Yeah.
because it's weird.
Oh,
to
I
put
forgot
Shaz
about
in there.
Rachel. I completely forgot about Rachel.
Oh, Rachel, she's forgettable, dude. I would have.
Rachel and Hugo. I forgot about Hugo as well. Oh no.
Oh shit, Hugo. What's wrong with us, dude? I thought we were missing someone. Oh, Hugo and I might have to go. Aaron, Hugo, Toby, but that's really close.
Yeah.
To three. Like
Yeah.
they're a standout top three for me.
I'll agree with you.
But the
And
top for me is Chloe, then
Liberty, I guess.
Liberty. Yeah. And then
For me,
Kaz, then actually no. Yeah, then Kaz, then Rachel, then the other two.
so for me, the top three for the guys are really close together. I might as well just put joint one, but I'm gonna go.
That's with the
Kaz,
guys for
Chloe.
me. I may as well.
Kaz, Chloe, Liberty for me.
It's
just
so far
absolutely-
for me between Toby, who's in third, and
Yeah,
Jake, who's in
Brad.
fourth. It's just it's country mile.
100%. Okay, so and then now new news coming up is new boy coming in.
Hey boy,
Gonna go through its really thing. Teddy, who
Teddy.
looks like a god. His abs just look ripped. And he's
I think average. Yes, he's got a good bod, but face wise, I think he's quite average to be honest.
I think he's gonna be very quiet. He's gonna be like
Yeah.
a very quiet but charming guy. I think.
Yeah.
Teddy's coming in.
A better version
And
of
then-
Liam.
Yeah. And then they're gonna have a recoupling at the end of the episode
Mhm.
that's coming
So
up.
we're gonna have a little prediction for the recoupling.
Let's go 2 for 2. All right. No, we have
let's
we have
do it.
one of two so far. We have one of two
Yep.
so far.
1 or 2. Let's go. Let's
go over 50% right now. All right. So
Yeah.
Toby and Chloe coupled up. Easy.
Yep.
Agree.
Agreed.
Toby, Chloe. Liberty, Jake.
Agreed.
Millie and Liam.
Agreed.
Brad and Lucinda.
Agreed. That mate, if those four aren't together, I'll be shocked.
Yeah.
Like those
So
four
do
have
I.
to be locks. They're locks. Like they're $1.01 on betting companies.
Okay.
Like they're locks. Like they're easy.
These are the interesting people come. So Aaron, who do you think Aaron's gonna be with?
See, I don't want this to happen, but I have a feeling Aaron's gonna be with Sharon again.
I don't. I think this goes back to what Teddy is. Right? So I think
Don't say
Teddy,
like Rachel.
No. I think there's a bet that if Teddy doesn't pick Kaz, I think Aaron will couple up with Kaz because they're good friends.
Oh, that's a
And-
good point. That is a good point. You know.
And I believe Hugo will couple up with Faye because they're good friends and they couple up in the first week as well. And I believe Teddy will go with Rachel, which will leave Sharon to be dumped and kicked, which I'll be so happy if that happens. That's my couple right there.
All right. I'm trying to think if I'd change anything there. I either think it's going to be. I either think it's going to be Kaz gets the boot or Sharon gets the boot. It has to
Kaz
be one
wouldn't
of
get
them.
the boot. I don't believe Kaz would get the boot.
I agree to you because Aaron is really close with Kaz.
If Kaz gets
But
the
this
boot,
weird
Sharon Aaron thing, yeah.
Sharon Aaron thing. I don't know what's happening there. Like, are they just going to keep partnered just because? Are they going to do a friendship thing? But if it's going to be a friendship thing, you'd assume it would be with Kaz, hey?
Yeah, I think as well.
Like, it just depends how this next episode goes, I guess.
Yeah.
We're going to have to come up with a final one between both of us. I'm going to go with you, dude. I'm going to go with you. No,
Okay.
let's go together. We got to
Yes.
stick together. I'll go with you.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. But, you know, just in the edit, I can edit this out if I'm not right. I would probably go with Aaron and Sharon again together, and Kaz gets the boot. But I hope I'm wrong. I'm going to go with you. Lock it in. Let's do it. Let's go.
Okay.
All right, let's go to your segment, mate. Everyone's been waiting for it, dude.
Observation of the week.
Observation of the week.
Da 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 da. Okay. That's our theme song done.
Beautiful. Out of the way. What's your observation of the week?
So a couple for me. I had a couple. One, an honorable mention for me is, dude, who's the guy that writes all the jokes? Ian Sterling or something.
Ian Sterling. Yeah.
He had some banger of jokes this week. Like that, like
Yeah.
some of the jokes he wrote was really good. Like one that got me cracked up really was when that game, the game of Lana Booty was going on, and he was explaining the game. At the end, he was like, "Are you serious? Are we doing this right now?" And he just made a joke with all the end. I was like, "Yep, that got me cracking up."
You know
So
what
shout
my
out
favorite
to
one
Ian.
was? You know what my favorite one was for Ian?
Go on.
The one where he's like, Liam can only say a few words in a row. Da 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 da. Da
That
da
was good.
da. Da da. And then it goes over to him, and all I could hear was literally that. He just said like 2 words at a time. Oh man, I was cracking
Yeah.
up. That was great. Anyway, sorry, mate.
And that's my honorable mention. My runners up moment was Jake and Liberty's date. Who the hell goes to a date wearing no buttons?
Yeah,
Like, come on, Jake. Honestly,
yeah.
button up at least a couple. Just make an effort to actually just button up.
There's rumors that
But
he's bi, by the way, going around.
is he?
Yeah, there's rumors flowing around on the TikTok world that
Ooh.
someone's hooked up with someone on Love Island, and it was a guy.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are thinking it's Brad. I thought it was Liam, to be completely honest with you, but a lot of people are saying that it's Brad. And then, didn't he? Anyway, we'll leave it at that. That's just a conspiracy theory.
Sorry.
We'll leave that
Brad
away.
or Jake? Brad.
Not Brad. Sorry, Jake. Apologies.
Jake,
I get
okay,
them mixed
Jake,
up
yeah.
in my head all the time.
And my moment of the week, the winner. Millie talking about her type she was going to date. I like Anthony Joshua, AJ, or Joey Essex. Like, I don't know if you know who Joey Essex is, Sally,
It's cracked me up.
but he's just someone who is like doesn't even come close to what AJ gives physically, or anything related to it at all. Like even their personalities are completely different.
Oh,
Like,
God.
I'm trying to think of an Australian version that Joey is. Maybe like he's just a reality TV star
Yeah.
that is really dumb, you know.
Yeah.
Can I think of someone? I can't. But that got me cracking. That got me asking what. I don't know what's going on in your head that you can compare AJ and Joey Essex in one sentence
Oh, God.
to
What
be
a bunch
like,
of girls.
what are you doing? All right. And
Well,
that a moment of the week.
beautiful, mate. Bloody beautiful. Little, just a funny note as well with those 2 girls. I loved when they came in and they listed all the guys they were interested in. And they listed every single person's name, bar Jake. I cracked up so much. Like, oh, yeah, that Hugo guy's really nice. Oh, yeah, Brad's lovely. And they just kept going through and they named every single guy except for Jake.
Come on, Jakey.
He hasn't got the height. R.I.P.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
And he's also with someone, so I'm glad.
Yeah, well, but it's mainly the height.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's just another installment, mate, of Talks by the Day, but it's a long one. We tried to make it shorter, but it's gone for nearly an hour. So,
Has it? Oh,
Yep.
yes, it has. The Faye and the Furious.
Just-
What can you talk about?
oh, mate, the Faye and the Furious. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this installment.
Another incredible shift of the classic
Oh,
factor.
I tell you what, it's good stuff. I'm trying to clickbait for more views, but it didn't seem to work in the last one. So we'll see how this one goes, hey?
Yeah.
So make sure if you have liked what we're doing and you want to support us, leave us a like. Comment something if you'd like to comment something on a segment or something you'd like to talk about, or even just like an idea of, or a question that you might have about a contestant or a scenario or what we think of someone. Anything, let us know. But it's been an absolute pleasure, mate, to talk to you by the Daybird once again.
Happy to be here. Let's meet again tomorrow, same time, same place.
Same time, same place, mate.
Maybe different time, different place, but hey,
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. We'll get to it. And I hope our predictions come true once again. Can we go a 2 for 2? If not, you'll be here the
let's
wrath.
kick Sharon out.
Let's get rid of Shaz. Out the door. On your bike.
Down the toilet, flush her
Down
out.
the toilet. Psh. All right.
All right, let's end this.
We will catch you later. Bye.